Just trying to get by 2025. Yeah, I want to address everybody that's just trying to make it, trying to make a dollar, trying to make it so that maybe one day you can afford to live in a nice neighborhood like this. Isn't that kind of what the American dream we're told is? Or is it something that's collapsing and totally inaccessible to the everyday person, and there's no hope left? Is it possible in 2025 to get by, to survive? You want to take a guess at what these homes are going for right now? 1.8 million. 1.8 million. And that is the state of the housing market right now. That just normal homes in a normal, decent neighborhood in a nice state, nice area, are costing 1.8 million. Is that not absurd? Part of that just makes me so angry, and part of it makes me sad, knowing that humans, we need housing to live. Being out exposed to the elements for weeks on end will break you down. I have personally experienced this myself, where I've tried to make it, being homeless and just being a free spirit, and I couldn't. I gave in and conformed to society in order to just get myself back, because on the streets you lose yourself. It's hard to just get by out there. You're not gonna make it. And for anyone that's worried, you probably should be. Because it's difficult times right now. But there's things that you can do. Ways that you can get by being smart with your money, your time, anything that you have, make full use of. If you have connections or contacts, people that have a place that you're willing to, they're willing to let you stay at, just ask everyone you know. Do you guys have a guest room I could maybe use for a few days? And just do a tally of everybody you know. Where could you go? And if you got parents that would take care of you, maybe you move back in with them. No, it doesn't sound great. It's not ideal. But everybody that you know is an asset and is willing to help you more than you think. So factor that in. What physical resources do you have? Do you have a car? Do you have anything that could be labeled or used in your favor? What are you working with? Just write it all down. And based on that, make a plan. Say to yourself, okay, since I know this person over there, this person's on the way, I own a car, I don't have a house, maybe I can do a road trip and see if I can create an opportunity for myself. Just talking to people along the way, asking people about opportunities, maybe for a work trade. What skills do you have? Make a list of that. You can use this to get by, to make it so that you always have an out, you always have an option. And that's how you get by. That's the best way to get by, is you are allowing yourself to open your eyes to the possibilities. What are the possibilities? What if we go in this tunnel? You know, think, imagine, dream. That's how you get by. You're gonna have to be creative. I myself turned dirt into gold, you could say, and built my own house in New Mexico. At the time, land was very affordable, just a couple grand. Land is more affordable than you think. It may be off-grid desert land, but you can go probably make some money and get a chunk of land for not too much. I even saw some for $900 the other year, which in 2024 that was amazing. But it's not getting any better, so definitely probably you want to get that soon. And you just gotta draw from your internal strength. That is what is gonna be useful. And when times get hard, who are you? Where and how do you show up? Do you show up for yourself? Are you meditating and doing yoga every day? Are you taking care of your body, eating good food, eating right? Because getting by and surviving are two different things. And I think that oftentimes we think we're taking good care of ourselves and we're not. We need to be doing more to eat right and ground ourselves. Hook up with a farm. That's a good way to get by. Ask them if they need help and do a work trade at a farm. I was doing Worldpackers. I paid them $70, I think, and you can go and volunteer and do work trades all over the world. That's a really cool platform. Workaway, Woofing, there's other ways too. And there's farms everywhere. So there's many options. You have many options about what you want to do. And at a certain point, you got to just focus on building one particular skill for a certain amount of time and see if you can make it with that skill. Because the more you can offer the world, the easier it is to get by. And it's getting harder and harder to make it. Costs are going up and up, and that means you got to ramp it up. You're going to have to ramp up your service to the world. Whatever it is you do, you're going to have to do it a bit better. And that's a tough pill to swallow. But it's true. It is true. You got to do what you can. Know your capabilities. Know your handicaps. What are you bad at? What are you good at? That'll give you a good idea of how you can get by. And if the area you're in is hard, it's an economically depressed area, research tickets, how much they cost to other areas that are affluent. pick out 5 areas that are affluent that you might want to live in, and figure out the ticket costs to each of those 5 places, and start doing whatever you can, side hustle, street hustle, or get a job to save up money to move to one of those places if you have to. I know it's not ideal. Sometimes you gotta pick up and go. It's a very American thing to do. Pack everything in your car, drive around to a new state, try to make connections and meet people. But ultimately, community, that's how you get by. And I think that we forget in our times of struggle to lean on people more. And I just think that you can, if you really apply yourself, achieve whatever goal it is you want. Whatever it is you want to do, you can do it. You can make it happen. And you know it. Deep down, you know it. But are you willing to put up with adversity? Be a bit uncomfortable at first. If you're willing to put up with that, then you probably can say that you're a bit tougher than most people and use that to your advantage. Along my journey, I picked up many skills. I got my meditation teacher training, yoga teacher training, got my CDL, learned how to write really well, make money doing street hustles. I learned how to work a job well. I learned how to start my own business. I learned what it means to work hard and put in a full day of work and lay your head to rest happy. Because ultimately, it's the people that work hard and show up for themselves and for others that have the least to worry about. If you are having a hard time getting by, that means that you're having a hard time showing up for others. So examine that part of yourself that doesn't want to show up, doesn't want to help anyone else. Because you may find that you do actually care about others when it comes down to it. That people haven't been very nice to you lately, but there have been times when they have. And you can draw on that compassion from an open heart and remember that you love this world. You love people. Just look how beautiful the world is. We get to live out wherever we want as Americans. And if there's a state you haven't been to yet, maybe you go check it out. Never been to Alaska? Go buy a plane ticket over there. Never been to Hawaii? Come over here. And you can just get up and go halfway across the ocean, all the way up almost to Russia, and still live in American soil. That is a huge privilege. Use it. Your legs aren't broken. Use your legs. Get up and walk to where you want to go. It's really that simple. And that's how you get by. Because if you can't get up and go for a walk, empower yourself to be the person that you want to be, then, why should others help you? And there's so many ways to generate wealth. I haven't quite figured out how to live in a neighborhood like this yet. I just park my car and go walk in them, but I can afford to fly places and rent cars. Check it out. And just off basing, typing poems with my little typewriter, going around to different farmers markets. That's how I've been making a living the last 3 years. I did a little bit of building for others, natural building. And I used to be a semi-truck driver. And I wouldn't say that I was a good employee. Kind of self-centered at times. But I learned how to work hard, how to do my best. And, I'm grateful for every experience because it brought me to the next one. Think about that. What experience are you having right now? What challenge can you turn into a triumph? Whereas once I was homeless, now I'm giving advice to people who are homeless and trying to get by. What can you flip on its head and flip the script on? Because ultimately, you are the asset. You have the ability to dredge from yourself value and magic. Everybody has an art, a magical art of self that is unique to them, within them, that in times of hardship can they be drawn upon. And it gets replenished by you taking care of yourself. So if you focus on giving of yourself and then filling that cup back up, taking care of yourself, that's how you get by. And maybe when you think you don't have anything in the cup to give, maybe you push yourself to make a YouTube video at midnight. Maybe you push yourself to be a bit better. We can do more than our mind says a lot of times. We can show up for ourselves when our mind tells us that we can't. So, whatever situation you're in, just take a deep breath and know that this too will pass. Our life on this earth is temporary, and this too will pass. You can do it. I know you can because I see it in you, and I believe in you. Whatever it is, whatever dream that you want to pursue, whether it's being on YouTube, helping other people, whatever profession, whether if it's just something simple, you want to be a cashier. I bet you that you could do it. If you can watch this video, if you can move a hand, you could help. You could help someone. If you have thoughts in your brain swirling around, use them to help others, and you will start to generate wealth. Because that's all YouTube is. People helping people. And the platform is more open now than ever. People are getting a lot of views, even though they're not big creators, because YouTube's given people a chance, people that have worthwhile content. You know, we're getting some attention because people just want real stories from real people trying to make it. And I've been doing that my whole life, so. Gosh, it just feels so otherworldly out here. Can't believe I took a chance and flew out to Kauai. It's a magical paradise. If you get a chance, come on out here. But, you know, I think that most people have an internal strength that they don't know about, that they can help themselves, pull themselves up with. Most people have an incredible fortitude to survive. Because people, they're afraid of death. And when you're afraid of death, you have a desire to live. If you didn't, you wouldn't be watching this. And if you see that light in someone else's eye, commend them. Because it is that light that lights the way for all of us. We see people in their passion doing what they love, it lights us up. Be that person, be that lighthouse for others. Show the way. That's all that you can do. And people will hate. People will hate on you for finding your way, for making it work. And that's okay. Haters gonna hate. Lovers are gonna love. Looming above, your security, your sense of self, knowing that you are the wealth. By the very nature of you being alive, you are wealthy. You are wealthy in your experience. You are wealthy in your voice, being able to perceive. And sometimes that's enough. Sometimes that's all you need. To just be able to show up and be aware of what's going on. Because it's at that time that, you know, you begin to evolve into the best version of yourself you could possibly be. Into the version of yourself you always thought you could be. Into beauty itself. You get to create your reality. That is the benefit of this life. And I know that you can make it. I believe in you. Thanks for being here. All my love.